I wanted it, didn't buy the car that I wanted it when I needed it, and had to wait. A few years later, I met someone who introduced me, who shared this information with me, and I am very grateful to that person who was able to bring my score up. Working on my financial freedom right now. Able soon, hopefully, be able to leave my job and do this full time like I want to. So, but this is not about me. This is about somebody else who's gonna introduce this amazing opportunity to you all. I got two amazing speakers tonight. They're 100% knowledgeable about the subject. Make sure you grab pen, pencil, paper, use cell phone, take a screenshot, make notes, and make sure you get a hold of the person who invited you tonight. It has all the questions you need to ask. But I'm going to introduce Miss Sylvia, our first speaker of tonight. She's a mother of two adult children. She has a background in the educational system as an HS math teacher. A math teacher, she's got to be very patient. Miss Sylvia, a few years ago, she became divorced, and like a lot of divorcees, was left to deal with all the financial responsibilities. It came too overwhelming for her, and her credit began to suffer. As a result, they had to move a lot until one day decided to make bolder choices for her family financially. She met someone who introduced her to this company. Listen to what I'm saying. She met someone who introduced her. We all about sharing. We don't want to keep all this to ourselves. We want to help others. Where she could improve her credit and produce extra income, all at the same time. And her journey to rehabilitating her credit began. And here she is before you today. Miss Sylvia, she's funny, she loves to joke around, she loves to share information, she loves people, and best of all, like all of us, she loves to make money. Miss Sylvia, are you here tonight?
Oh, yes, I am. I am here. Kat, thank you. You just kind of I had to keep my face straight because you were just saying all those wonderful things about me. But yeah, Miss Kat has me down pat. There's nothing else for me to tell you about me. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start presenting and talking to you about Up You Go. Welcome to Up You Go. We are a leader in the FinTech industry. And I'm just going to give you an overview of a lot of things about us, about our services. Like I said, we are a FinTech company, financial technology and education. The main key word about us is empowerment. Empowerment of individuals, empowerment of businesses, so you can take control of your finances, take control of your credit using technology. And we believe that financial literacy and technology are like locked together. They go hand in hand, and that's how you help people break free from debt. All right, let's talk about the two great leaders who founded this company, Laura Acosta and Ryan Ragland. Both are veterans in the credit industry. They know everything you need to know about credit. They know about it from the front end to the back end, the legal end, all about the financial technology, all about marketing it, making sure you can get the word out, and everything about the financial industry itself. And once again, their main intent is empowerment to others to create without limits. The mission of our company is to educate. That's the main thing, to educate people about their personal finances so they can learn to make very, very informed decisions so they can obtain financial freedom. Our company is committed to creating a positive impact in our communities by fostering financial literacy and providing access to tools. We got the tools, we got the means for you to get to these goals through financial literacy. All right, now let's talk about what's going on with us in the United States. One of the major problems is 34.8% of the Americans have poor credit. I was one of them. That's the keyword, was. This is based on a report from Experian of March 2022. 22% of the Americans have no FICO score. This is what I call the mattress. They put all their money under the mattress or either another place they consider secure. They paid with cash. 25% of the people in the United States have low credit scores, and they have no idea, how am I going to improve my credit score? And then we have 11% who have a credit score of 550 or lower. I know about that. That's part of my history. What is the cause? As an educator, the American system, as far as the educational system, does not provide the necessary information for students to become financial literacy. There is financial literacy programs, but it's not to the extent will expand the child's mind so they can learn more, and learn how not to become one of these people who have bad credit and does not make wise decisions about their money and finances. So once again, the word empowerment. Up You Go empowers the masses to take control of their financial stability and escape debt for good. This is not a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year thing. We want you to be out of debt for good. Now let's talk about how that one thing which can so adversely affect your life is handled in the credit world. How credit scores are calculated. You have the amount owed, which is 30%. Payment history, which is 35%. 15% is how long have you had that credit. I apologize, y'all. I got to put my computer aside and once it went down. 10% is the type of credit. 10% is also the new credit accumulation. That's the number of credit inquiries and new line openings, dates in the last 12 to 18 months. Type of credit. Responsibility handle a mix of credit. Installment loans raises credits while revolving loans tend to lower them. Length. How long have you had established credit? Payment history. How often do you pay your bills on time? Or how often have your bills been delinquent? And the amount owed is the percentage of credit limits available. What is this thing? Oh, apologize, y'all. These are the things which the credit bureaus use in order to determine your credit score. Now let's look at this scenario. You've got two people who are going to purchase the same home and two people who want to purchase cars. Let's look at what happens with the person with the lower credit score. The lower credit score has, for this $240,000 fixed year mortgage, that payment is almost twice as much. The interest rate is actually 3 times as much. And the total amount paid, you can almost buy 2 houses with that low, based on that low credit score versus a high credit score of 740 or more. And then look at the car. This 5-year, 60-month payment on a $20,000 car. Look at the difference in the payments. $387 opposed to $599. Now I know about that 6%, but that's what I end up getting. Actually got a little bit lower than half to my credit union. When I had my credit rehab, it made a difference. And it makes so much difference in your payment. Also with the interest that you pay. Look at that, $12,773. $12,730 that you said. You could probably buy you another little car, go on a nice vacation with that. Now, one of the things that we offer, and not some of the things that we offer with the current Up You Go services, we have a personal credit, business funding, entity formulation, well development, and marketing service. And we just kicked off the merchant services for all our merchants to help them save money, establish commercial credit, budget up, save up, love save up. My daughter's getting ready to go on this big trip where she's going with all these DIY people from all over the United States and a couple of them from abroad. She has her Save Up program and she's waiting to save a lot of money on her hotel expenses when she goes to Seattle. Business planning, marketing services again, and for some reason my mouse is keep jumping back. Full CRM, full-scale CRM for marketing and sales. If you have a business, if you don't have a CRM, you're doing a lot of extra work that you do not need to do. Now let's talk about our credit rehab program. This is what you use to help with getting your credit rehab. It's under the AI, artificial intelligence. You can start with ScoreUp. ScoreUp is to sign up for credit monitoring and import your credit report. That's introducing it. Choose the reasons for disputing up to 6 negative items at once. Let the AI, the artificial intelligence, draft your dispute letters, print them, and send them out for you. Now, there are two ways that you can get this AI credit rehabilitation program. You can do $79 a month, and that is where you're that individual who can do it on their own. You'll get in there and you'll handle all the work about choosing. Even though the AI will help you, get the best ones that they feel that they want you to work on first, and you go ahead and get your things handled and shipped out. Now, if you need someone to talk to, a little coach to talk to help you to monitor what's going on, that's $99 a month. All right, FundUp. These are for our business owners, creating access to capital for small businesses. With this, you will have access to over 150 plus vendors and funding partners, so that once you go through this complete 12-step scan, you will be able to get up to $50,000 funding guaranteed once you complete the process. Once you complete the process, you have to go through with the 12-step program. Now, FundUp, helping fund and grow your business. And this is a little bit more explanation on the 12-step process. Over 150 data point scan, and for a low cost of $2,399. Now, you may say, $2,399. Most companies are charging $5,000 to $10,000 or more. But if you do not want to, or do not feel that you want to do all that at one time, it will be available for either a 3-month or 6-month installment plan for our FundUp. Now, let's talk about our upcoming services. Now, we're going to eventually have personal loans, payroll solutions, tax technology, and more. But if you look over here, this is a little illustration of our SaveUp program already. Look at the nice things that you can get at these resorts, where you can save some extra money when you take your family on these trips. Now, to become a member, to have access to all these nice things, it's only $129 a year. 1 year, $129 to become an active member, to have access to all this financial literacy, business, marketing, and income producing courses. You can have access to all those things. That is like the cost of going to Sam's, Costco's, and BJ's. Hey, it's a deal. It's a steal. Now, let's talk about the opportunity, but you won't get to hear that from me. You're going to hear from this dynamic young man by the name of Mr. James Moreno. The most important thing, Mr. James Moreno has been married 38 years. He has 3 beautiful young daughters who have all graduated from college. He is an owner he has been an owner of brick and mortar businesses. He was an entrepreneur for over 30 years. He had a martial arts school, and then he was the instructor for over 20 years. And now he is a leader in the FinTech industry. And he is one of the people that I can call and say, hey, I need help. Are you ready, Mr. Moreno? Are you here?
I am. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I'm trying to bring my page up to where you are. Got a little ahead of myself. Yes, thank you. That was an amazing presentation that you did on the first part. I thank you so much for that. I'm going to give people some info on the money. So, let's just get this up right here. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're all doing well. Rhetorical question. I don't need an answer. I talk fast. I'll put down every now and then. I'm going to go over some things. If I lose you, hey, don't worry about it. You can always ask questions later. And that's the beautiful thing about what we do. We always got time to answer questions for you. So we're going to talk about an opportunity. Okay, we're going to talk about opportunities you may have had in the past, right? So let's talk about the music industry. Some numbers on some industries. This is what it does annually: $26.2 billion. I can't sing, so I can't do that. Let's talk about residual when we talk about music industries. So there's some artists that may have passed away. I'm going to mention a few. There's Biggie, there's Pac, there's Prince, there's the Beatles, there's Elvis Presley. I only mention big names I can think about because their music continues to play today and they still get paid. They're not even around. Again, I don't think I don't have that opportunity. Let's talk about some other industries. The McDonald's, the fast food industry, $278 billion a year. To open up a McDonald's, last time I checked, it's a $1.2 million investment. I don't have that. I don't know if you guys do that. I don't have that. And other franchises like McDonald's, like Starbucks and Wendy's and Panera, these are businesses that franchise out. So we're going to be talking about franchises. These are businesses that the owner is not present and he's making money day after day, minute after minute. We're going to have that conversation. Our conversation is about opportunity. I'm not an actor. I wish I was, but I'm not. That's a $6 billion a year. I did not purchase blue chip stock. Some examples: GE, Apple, Facebook, Bitcoin. We can go on and on. Did you? Because they told us about it when it first came out and we missed it. I missed it. Right? Remember Netflix? I think it was less than a penny, less than a dollar when it came out to buy that stock. Look today. We missed it. But you see, what I can do in our industry, affiliate marketing, that's an industry that makes $17 billion a year on a daily basis, pays out $18 million. This business requires sharing information. So I can't sing, I can't dance, I don't have $1.2 billion, and I missed out on the blue chip. But can I share information? Well, if somebody does a good job fixing my car, I share that. If I read a good book, I share that. If I see a good movie, I share that. And everyone here probably does the same thing. Can I share something good? Like when you guys, something good happens, what do? You tell somebody else. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about sharing and having the opportunity to get some of this $18 million that's shared daily. So let's talk about the Up You Go opportunity. You have an opportunity to become a financial consultant. You become an Up You Go financial advisor and enjoy a number of benefits that enable you to start your own FinTech consultancy, meaning you can have your own business. We're going to teach you how. Here's the bigger part. You're helping everybody in your area. I'm sorry, you know what I missed? I missed telling you a little bit about me. I mean, she did a great job telling you that I'm married forever. I have 3 great children. I'm so happy about that. But let me tell you about my business and how I got involved. I have been an entrepreneur for nearly 40 years at this point. So some of you weren't even born. My last job was for American Express, which was in the late 80s. That's when I got married for my first home. But I didn't want to work for somebody else. And so what happened is I ventured out and bought a gas station in the city of New York. I had that for 10 years. My daughter was born. She became of age about 6. And like any other parent, I took her to a martial arts school. Just giving you my story very quickly. I took her there, but I fell in love with the opportunity of also training. I was always an athlete all my life, very competitive. People tell you that about me. I'm very, very competitive. And I said, you know what? This is something I wanted to do. But not only that, I saw the opportunity because I saw my instructor. He had 30 people in the class. He's charging between $150 and $200. And I'm doing the math and I'm calculating. I'm like, hey, maybe this is something I may want to do. I didn't think like that at the beginning. I was just a student, got my black belt, and the opportunity arose for me to become a school owner. And I did that for over 20 plus years. I had 3 locations. I had over 250 students. I must have had, at the last count, I must have had, without exaggeration, at least 1,000 black belts underneath me. I can't walk into that town where I was without somebody knowing me. But here's what happened. Bring you up to date when we're talking about helping the community. Nobody came to me and told me about business credit. I use my personal credit. I was taught to make money. My parents did that. They did a great job. They taught me how to make money. They said, hey, be smart, go to school, get good grades, and follow whatever passion you have, and make some money. And I did that. But they didn't teach me about interest rates. They didn't teach me how to protect my money. They didn't teach me how to duplicate and multiply my money. I didn't learn any of that. And I also didn't know the importance of keeping my credit score up. So like most people here, we've experienced something that happened. It's called life. It could have been COVID. It could have been the recession of 2008. separation, a divorce. It could have been a death in the family. It could have been sickness. When these things happen, your credit score usually takes a dip. The problem is people don't know how to get it back. We have that opportunity to help our community and also help our businesses. While we're doing this, you have the opportunity to earn, learn, and grow. So we're going to teach you. The best thing about our company is we have training and support. Somebody's going to be able to train you all the time. You're going to be supported by, like, I can't even begin to tell you. If you can't make a training, which is all online, it doesn't matter where you live, we record it. This event tonight will be recorded so somebody can look at it again. United Credit Professionals of America. That's a normally $2,000 program, which we're giving for free. The products that we have that you can get for free, you get 50% off. It's a discount for being a member, right? We're going to help you build a residual passive income. We're going to talk to you about numbers. I'm all about numbers, guys. I'm all about getting paid. I'm all about, having a better life, right? You're going to have access to sales and marketing tools. We're going to talk about that too, especially this tool called a CRM. We're going to show you how that works. We're going to show you how to scale your own business. So getting back to numbers, as I was saying, listen, money's important. Money gets rid of most problems, right? If you throw money at most problems, they'll go away. Money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. I'm sure most of you guys can agree, right? Like they say, if you have $1 million, doesn't get rid of your problems. You know what I say? Let me find out for myself. Can you guys agree? Wouldn't you like to have $1 million and try to figure out that problem with having $1 million versus not having it and still going through stuff? Anyway, we're going to talk about some potential revenue streams. Right here, there's 4 bullet points, but I'm going to add 2 more. Not 1, but 2 more. Stay with me, so it's actually 6. Okay? So you see it's 30% for direct commission, 7 levels override, performance reward for building your business, fast start bonus, and the other 2 I'm going to mention to you. Let's start with the first one. This one is not being mentioned yet. Sylvia said to you the membership to become a member, not an advisor. A member is $129. It's an annual membership. It's kind of like a Costco, a Sam's, a BJ's, where you get that membership and you go in and you get discount on all the products that we have. Now, if you have a BJ's, a Costco, Sam's card, do you ever not renew it? I renew mine every year. When I go shopping, they say, hey, time to renew. There's no question. Take it out. Let's go. So we're going to talk about the income. You get $75 of the $129. That's almost 60%. It is an annual membership. Listen to me carefully. If you did 10 in a year, 10 can't be very good to do 10. You can be horrible, but you can do 10 in a year. Next, you have $750 coming. But what if you were pretty good? And over time, you did 100. What if you did 100? I mean, we're going to dream, we're going to talk, let's talk big. What if you did 100 in 1 year? That is $7,500 coming to you next year, and the year after, and the year after. This is residual income, year after year after year, right? So as you mentioned, a product that we have, which is SaveUp. I'm going to go into that again real quickly. SaveUp is a discount where you could go online and you get anything from airfare, hotels, vehicles, local restaurants, anything and everything. Literally, you go online and there's a discount. Just that alone will save you over $1,000 in a year, maybe $5,000. So is that 129 worth it? I'm all about numbers, guys. It's called ROI, return on investment. Would I spend $129 as a member to get thousands of dollars of savings in a year? Of course I would. We're not talking about the commission. 30% of anything that you share with somebody and they enroll into. The keyword is share, okay, guys, keep that in mind. So, if you mention our Score Up, which is where we help people with credit rehabilitation, that costs $79 a month for our members. You get paid a direct commission of $23.70 month after month after month. You tell somebody about it once, they need the help, they get involved, they get enrolled. They're on for, let's say, 6 months to a year. Let's just use a simple number, 10 months. You make $237 for one conversation. What if they got the Score Up Plus, which is $99 a month? You get nearly $30, $29.70. I round it off to make it easier. So what if you did 10 in a month? That's $300 month after month after month. Can $300 help you? Let's do some numbers, okay? Keep track of the numbers, guys. Get a calculator out. $75 for the membership. Let's say you do 5 of those or 10 of those, that's $750. $30 or $29.70, whatever, round it off. $30 times 10, that's $300. Month after month after month. We're talking about residual. What is residual for those that don't know? I have a phone. I went to the store once. I picked up the phone. The bill comes every month. That's a residual bill. I have utilities in my home. I called them up once. I said, I need utilities here. I never speak to them again. They send me the bill. That's a residual bill, month after month after month. Same with your car insurance, same with your mortgage, your rent, same with your food, same with the gas in your car. This is the reason you get up and go to work. You don't go to work because not you. We don't go to work because we love it. You go to work because you got to pay these bills. You need to have something to combat these residual bills. It's called residual income. We're introducing you to residual income. If today you're not getting any residual income, this could be an opportunity. The other item she mentioned was the business credit, which costs $23.90. That's a one-time payment for you if you help somebody get enrolled in that of $719. They can do it over 3 months, they can do it over 6 months. It pays you more in the long run, so it doesn't matter whichever way they do it. You see, it's $899 and over $1,000, almost $1,100 in payments. But that's a payment you get month after month after month for doing something once. Keep that in mind. And we're going to show you how we do this through our training and support. So let's talk about the third way. So the first way was the $75. The second way was the 30%. Here's the third way. It's called override commission. What does that mean? So let me take a look. We have Albert here, and we have, oh, I'm so sorry. She told me her name. Ron's guest. I apologize.
Amber. Amber.
Amber. Okay. Amber, ladies first. Amber's on top. Amber says, I love this. Makes a lot of sense. You're going to teach me, you're going to train me, and all I got to do is share information? I can do that. Amber gets 30% of everything that she does. Plus, she gets 60% on the membership. So Amber tells Albert, just met Albert, and says, yeah, Albert, check this out. He says, I love it too. Let's do it. He gets 30% of everything that he sells. Amber gets 20% of everything he does. What if Albert does $1,000 in 1 month? That means on top of whatever Amber does, she gets 20% of that 1,000. She gets an extra $200. Guess what, Amber? You weren't there. Albert did it through his training and his support, which is okay because you introduced him. But Albert, you go ahead and you tell me, and you tell Miss Sylvia, and you tell Miss Kat, the 3 people on here tonight who are presenting. And we're excited, and we're happy to be on your team. And we're all getting 30% of everything we do. And we each make $1,000 that month. Albert, you get $200 from each one of us. That's $600 on top of your 1,000. But guess what, Amber? We're not leaving you out. You also get in your first 3 levels 20% of anybody there. Now, you knew Albert, but you didn't know us, and you don't know who we know, and we start going down and down, and then later on, 4, 5, 6, 7 level, you get 5%. It's a little bit less, but guess what? You don't know us. This is the same thing we talked about at the beginning with the franchises, with McDonald's and with Starbucks, and that owner of those franchises, If he gets a penny on every cup of coffee from Starbucks, if he gets a penny from every McDonald's hamburger, guys, would you be okay with that? I mean, I would need you to think the numbers here. I'm giving you some big stuff here. I need you to think about that. We'll always go over anything you want. This is what we call override commission. We'll always check that for you. Now, here's the fourth way we get paid. Performance and rank reward. Okay? So when you start building a team and you start helping people and you start going up the rank title, the company will pay you anywhere from $25,000 to $150,000 depending on your position. I'm going to pick one position just for the heck of it. It's going to be regional director, kind of somewhere in the middle. Almost anybody can get there for a little bit of work. $3,000 a month as a residual payment, month after month after month. You can go on vacation this month and come back and you got $3,000 waiting for you. Most people go on vacation, use their credit card and come back and they have the bills waiting for them. $3,000 every month is going to pay that mortgage, that car payment, that insurance. You know what that does? It creates time freedom because now you can do the things that you truly love. You can be with your family. You can follow your passion if you want to be a cook, a dancer, an artist, whatever you want to do, because your bills are being paid. We're talking to you about a residual income. We will teach you how to get there. Plus, we have some recognition rewards, everything from a pen to a laptop to a trip to a Rolex to a car. It gets crazy. But like anything else, right? We all need to start in kindergarten and go to first grade, second grade, third grade, and we will help you do that. Here's the fifth way we get paid, not the sixth, but the fifth. Call it unlimited fast card bonus. So Amber introduces it to Albert. She gets $100 to introduce it to Albert, right? So then Albert introduces it to me, to Sylvia, and to Kat. 3 people, not one, 3. So he gets 100, 200, and the 225. He just made $525. But Amber says, wait a minute, I need a few more people myself. And she finds 5 people in a month's time. 30 days, every month, to make $1,050. Can anybody use enough $1,050 to just sharing information, putting people in front of it as we are now, allowing them to make a decision, whatever decision that is. If they say no, hey, we move on, not a problem. If they say yes, we train, we support, we show them how they can do the same thing, we duplicate. But Albert gets mad. He's like, what? 5? I can do 10. So $100, my friend, for helping others, sharing information. That's all we're doing. That's the 5th way we get paid. The 6th way is not on here, but I'm going to talk about it very quickly. She mentioned to you that we have merchant services. Most people say, well, what is merchant services? I don't know. Well, if you have a credit card and you go anywhere to use it, they have this machine. It's a third-party machine where the money's transferred from your account and it's goes to the account of whatever service or product you bought. That's what we call merchant services. That credit card machine is doing the work. We have an opportunity to help these merchants get a lower rate because they pay a rate of that money that's transferred. That company, that third-party company, makes a small amount of money. They're not there, guys. This is residual. They're not there, but because they're helping the transaction take place, they get a small percentage, 2 points, 3 points, whatever it is. We can now, as a merchant service provider, go to anybody we know, any mom and pop, any big store, any bodega, any supermarket, whatever. If they say credit card, you can say, hey, if I could meet or beat your price, rather, if I cannot meet or beat your price, my company will pay you $300 just for listening. Not only that, our company is paying the person who is sharing this information and that's $300. If we cannot beat the price, that's just talking to everybody you know, guys. Any store, like tomorrow, I'm going to the local stores in my town. I'm going to offer them the opportunity to meet or beat their price. And we can't beat it, $300 in their pocket, $300 in my pocket. But it gets better because you get a percentage of those sales that happen month after month after month. And guess what? You're not there. That is the 6th way we get paid. We can always talk to you later about that. Okay, this is not a job. A job is free. A job is Listen, everything has value. I tell you how to martial arts school, 3 locations. My first one cost me $8,000, my second one cost me $25,000, and my third one cost me $500,000 because I bought the building. It was an investment. This is a business. If you do any business in life, there's an investment. If you've never done business and you're just an employee all your life, you have today the opportunity to become a business owner, to learn everything there is about business through our training program. We'll teach you how to project, we'll teach you how to lead, we'll teach you how to train. We will teach you everything to move you forward in your life. This is an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. The cost of our business is $289 one time. Guys, when I have my martial arts school, I use the software every day to keep track of my students. Did they come to class? Did they buy a uniform? Did they get promoted? Did they pay their bills? I pay $4.99 every month to track my students. This is a one-time $289. I'm going to show you everything you do with it. There's a to-do, a monthly cost of $99. If you open up a pizza shop, guys, you're going to pay rent, you're going to pay electricity, you're going to pay for the cheese and the pizza and the napkins and the sauce and the soda and the table. It's on and on and on. My school would cost me between $5,000 and $10,000 a month, depending on the location. Monthly. It says $99 a month, but check this out. Help 5 people get started in either the business or in the services, and the $99 goes away. You don't have to do it every month. As long as you have 5 people on, your $99 is absolutely free. Okay? I did that in the first month. Very, very simple to do. We will train you, we will show you, we will support you. So simple, but check this out. Put it together. If you got 5 people to join, you make $1,050. It costs $289. You got your money back. The $99 a month goes away. Are you seeing the numbers? Are you paying attention to what we're talking about? See, some people get caught up in that monthly cost. Some people get caught up in the $289. You're not thinking. You have to think ahead, right? A job is free. You get what you pay for. A job tells you when to come in, when to leave, when to have lunch, when to go on vacation, when to be sick, when not to be sick. Because people call in and say, hey, I'm sick, and they're not. And then when they're sick, they go to work. That doesn't make sense. Somebody tells you when to have lunch, when to take a 15-minute break. What if you don't want to eat at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock? What if you want to go home early? See, a job is free and you get what you get. The value is somebody telling what you do. You become a ball and chain for that business. This is an opportunity to free yourself and live the life that you have and deserve. What do you get with this opportunity of $289.99 a month that goes away, as well as all the ways you get paid? You get personal credit rehabilitation for yourself at no cost. You get your own website with your name on it. You get a virtual back office where you can keep track of your customers and the people on your team and how much money's coming in. All of that good stuff is on there. Customer service is not only for the customer, but it's also for the people that come on your team. If they have any questions and we, as part of the family, cannot answer them, our company will answer them for you. Our pay is weekly. Matter of fact, I just got a notice a little while ago. Hey, you just got paid. That's a great feeling, guys. I'm like, oh, I'm getting paid? Okay, cool. I'll take it. Weekly direct deposit. Now, here's that tool I was talking about. It's called CRM, which means Customer Relations Management. It is a tool that we use so we can track all of our needs, all of our customers. Did we send them an email? Did we send them a text message? We can do all of that in one place. We can use it to create a website. We can use it to create surveys. It is a powerful tool, which before I got in this company, I was paying for this tool through another company. I paid $99 a month. But this is free. Remember, it's $99 a month to be in the business. It pays for itself. Not only that, we will fill it with leads for you to give you a head start. That's crazy. I just went over the bonuses, commissions, and rewards, so I don't need to do that. If you already know about it because you mentioned it. I also mentioned the training that we also have it recorded as well as live, so you'll always get the education, you will always get the support. That's the biggest thing. This is a business, not a job. A job is a W-2 form. You get charged 30% of your income at the end of the year, meaning the first 4 months of your work year is free because that's your taxes. You ever see a check and it's not the same? You got your gross and your net. Those rules were written by business owners. A business owner pays between 18 and 20% in taxes because he has what we call a write-off. So that's $289 at the end of the year. You say to your accountant, hey, I paid $289 to get in the business. They put that money back in your account. It's not part of your earnings. Hey, say I pay $99 on, hopefully you don't because we're gonna help you become free. But if you did, it's a write-off. If you go to lunch with your family and you speak to one of your family members about the business, it's a write-off. If you take a vacation, it's a write-off. You use it as a business expense. When you drive your car the mileage, it's a write-off. Because you can do that because the laws were written to protect business owners. Many do not know about it, and that's okay. We will help you and teach you. But the biggest and best part about this whole thing, before the income, which you mentioned is important, is the impact. We're allowed to help other people. You have an opportunity to help people get out of bad credit. You have an opportunity to help that person that was paying $1,000, $800 for a car that's not worth it to lower it to $400 and put the difference back in their pocket so they can take care of their family. We have the opportunity to help businesses get business credit so they don't need their personal credit. And God forbid anything goes wrong, they're protecting their personal credit because they only use their business credit. It goes on and on and on. It's an amazing opportunity. That's all I gotta say. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask a young lady, her name is Yvonne Mapp. I know she's come out a little late. I've known Yvonne Mapp 3-4 years now. She got introduced to me by somebody else when we first got into this industry, and she has never let go. She's a fierce person. She is forever present. Her perseverance is like no other. She won't give up at any time. If she doesn't know something, she's willing to learn. And she's willing to have all the training and support help her. She didn't know I was calling her. This is not by design. This is by surprise. So I'm going to ask Ms. Matt, can you unmute yourself? Let me see. Actually, try to unmute now. If you're here, I think you're here. Ms. Matt, are you present? I know I called you.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm able to unmute now.
Give
Yes,
us
I am.
2 minutes on what we do and go for it, girl.
Okay, great. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on to just share my excitement and to share testimony as to what I was able to achieve and to acquire by being in this financial literacy space. Well, I'll tell you, prior to this financial literacy platform, I was not in the know. I was one of those people who was in the dark because, as you know, financial literacy was not taught to any of us in school. And even though I'm from another island, it wasn't taught to us there either. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you're from. Financial literacy is a problem wherever you go, and you come and you still have to go through finding out the hard way. Well, I found out the hard way, and I had to pull myself up, quote unquote, by my bootstraps and get myself back on a level playing field. But of course, it took years because I went through bankruptcy. I went through having someone co-sign for my home. I was one of those people that, I may have had the money, but I didn't have the history. I didn't have any history to go to the bank to have a mortgage. So I had to rely on other people for my home and my car, and to basically clothe and shelter my children. So it's really important to get information about financial literacy, little things about how to manage a credit card, how one late payment can really mess you up. So I was so glad when this was introduced to me actually by a friend. And if you're being introduced tonight by a friend, or you were invited to come on here by a friend, you know what? That friend thought very highly of you, because financial literacy is something that everyone should know but does not know. So thank that friend for having you come on here tonight, and you go with this information and share it with all your friends and family, because they're going to love you for it. This is something that everyone needs and very few people have knowledge of. So I was grateful, and you're going to be grateful and thankful as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Matt. You see that she had a story, like all of us. Something happened that put us in this place, but something happened that put us all here tonight. That is a design by a higher power, guys. You were looking for something. You were asking for something. now it's put in front of you. Quick story I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let you go, about God and the higher power, right? Gentleman falls off a boat, he's getting ready to drown, and he's not worried because he says, God will save me. And a little tugboat comes by, and he says, no, I'm good, God will save me. And then a little chopper comes by, and he throws the rope down and says, no, God will save me. And then he dies, and he goes to heaven. And he says, hey, God, what happened? You didn't save me. He said, what are you talking about? I sent you 2 messages, you didn't pay attention. So is this a message? That's the only thing I gotta say to you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for giving me your time. I appreciate it. Have a blessed night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We're gonna give it back to you guys. If you have any questions tonight, now, when you get off this thing, this Zoom, call the person. Say, hey, I have a question. And if you're not interested, call the person. And if you're ready to join, call the person. But do it tonight, not tomorrow. And when they try to call you, do not pick up the phone. Do them the favor. If they were good enough to invite you, call the person. Guys, thank you. Have a blessed evening.